Each usage up to 4 times, the skill power will continue to increase. It's a wind attack, restores his HP. It's his any 3, you're going to want to get it. Once again, looking at his skills, probably will end up giving him Mega Armor Break and moving on. He comes on a Fiercest Overlord banner, and the reason that he also is one of the best ones to look at, not only is he one of the strongest units that we have, but he has a unique kind of tanking ability, that tanking ability of being able to heal whenever any ally receives damage, which is really nice. He gets all the same benefits. Also gets this SP consumption, which will help with that, getting down to 51, making it easy to use every turn. And he'll also get this at Kilia's training, an SP -3 to get it. To get Lunatic Wave under 50. So he's one you won't be worrying about getting all the SP to, because he has the extra stuff that you can let him learn to make him just an absolute powerhouse. Like you said, he's kind of like all the other Valvatoreses, and I think Disgaea does a good job in keeping him kind of consistent. He's been, even in the Tyrant Valve form, in the normal Valve form, he's always had like this heal component, but also he's primarily been a self-buffing type of unit, that gets stronger over time. This guy, if you're looking for a main DPS, he could be your guy, and won't have too many issues. And now lastly, in trying to make this video within the 15-minute parameters YouTube allows, I am going to jump right to Formal Artina. Now, Formal Artina is still a 15 million INT unit, but she's a support. Her main grab is a support. She's a INT like wand user. The nice other thing too, she's a queen. She pairs up with Formal, our Future Warrior Planar, perfectly. And I'll tell you why she forms up with her perfectly, and that's because one of her skills is absolutely broken. And the nice thing about Formal Artina, she comes on the same banner as Formal Valvatores, meaning if you don't get one, you could get the other, all on the way to pity. Now, if you end up being unlucky and having to go the whole distance, you may have a tougher choice of which one you want more. Like I said, she is one of the strongest supports in the game. We'll say why in a moment, but Formal Valvatores is one of the strongest actual damage dealers in the game. So you'll kind of have to decide what you need the most. Her attributes are, pretty even across the board. Once again, decent resistances. But let's jump into her abilities. Her leader skill gives all allies INT, HP, and crit damage. And now you might be thinking, oh, you just said that Future Warrior Planar is a good person to pair, but she's attack, and Artina's INT. Well, although that's true, you gotta look at the rest of her abilities, but also gotta look at her skills. So let's jump into any one. Elemental damage dealt, plus 4% per allies in the party. In most cases, you're going to always have 5 allies in your party, so you're going to get this 20% boost to everyone. Same with the crit rate. You get an automatic 10% right for just having your I-95. And then if 3 or more humanoids in the party attack an INT plus 30%. So she still gives a nice buff to attack, as long as there's 3 or more humanoids, which she would count as one. Future Warrior Planar would be another one, and then you just need one more to activate this NE7. But why? Why do we care as much about this unit? And that answers in the skills. And although she has some decent skills here, she can grant, party speed boost. She can party restore HP. Nice to have your support being able to heal the team. She also has a nice strong S+ skill that also gives a party-wide attack buff. Always good to have these unique skills that also boost attack and or INT, because you'll get some content like Pranger X where skills from spells aren't useful, or aren't allowed to be used. So she has that extra benefit. And then you look at her NE3, and her NE3 is what makes her broken. With NE3, she can use it every 3 turns, and she can grant 1 extra action to any unit on your team. That also grants SP regen plus 15, attack and INT plus 20. So she gives someone an immediate attack, instant SP, instant attack and INT. Every 3 turns she can use this move. Pair it up with that Future Warrior Planar after she uses her 5-turn thing, and you just go to frickin' town. You just DPS, and if you're outspeeding your enemies, you're gonna knock everyone out. In terms of her spells, to the extent you need it, she has a Mega Heal. For me, I'd probably focus on the Mega Espoir, just having her have that as a backup in case there's content that has, a debuff on you. That's, going to be one of the best parts, and it's always nice to have this handy for that type of content. Or Mega Resist Break, it's, sometimes worth having this extra as well, depending on what other units you end up bringing in your team, whether you have a debuffer or whatnot for your team. Because like I said, you can only use Holy Blessing once every 3 turns, so you're limited, and you can't spam this, unfortunately. Candidly pushing her request for power after that you've got a lot of options here. Once again, because she's a Fiercest Overlord Festival unit, she gets the nice 40% boost, and the typical things that happen from 10 to 15. Now, Holy Blessing, get the SP down, the Request for Power SP down, you get an extra power up here. All of these handy, typical Kilios units. And, for having another Queen unit, you'll be activating the Queen condition that I showed with... Let me pull it up. That I showed with Future Warrior Planar. Once again, you can see that she gets the self buffs if 2 or more humanoid or 2 or more Queen. So just with the 2 of them on the team, Planar's getting these buffs. She's getting to act again. She's getting to hit really hard on the first hit and relatively hard on the next 1 to 3 hits. All solid, all worth getting. September is a packed month. I do anticipate that after September is over, that we will actually have probably a fairly large lull where we're potentially getting rerun banners and or some like renewal banners and things that will bring back some of the older units or some of the more recent units, or we'll get a replay. But having said that, if you can manage to summon on both of these 2 banners and get all 3 units, you'll certainly be sitting pretty. But if you don't get all of them, that's okay. Choose your favorite. Both Planar and Formal Falvatores are actually very, very strong DPS units. Both will serve your team as well as the main DPS. So both are definitely worthwhile getting. I'd also say if you had to choose one, or you didn't have enough courts to really go hard in a banner, being able to get 2 might be more enticing to you versus 1, considering the other banner has 2 of the units on the same banner. But that'll be a decision for you to make, so good luck in making it, good luck in your pools, and enjoy that we actually get for this upcoming anniversary the free Planar, the one that we were promised for all of us day 1 players, that we thought we were getting at the very beginning of the game. We're finally getting the free unit. Unfortunately, the free unit isn't super strong as a unit, but it's really nice to just have another unit. Be able to boost up that Symbol Pavilion, get a unit that's, kind of the face of, she is definitely a mascot girl, and they call her Secretive Mascot Girl 2000th Anniversary Mascot and Anniversary Celebration. So that just gives you an idea of what future Warrior Planners' names are. But yeah, she's a mascot. She's popular, and we'll be getting a free one of her no matter what. Of the normal planner, not future Warrior Planner. That'd be so busted if we got free of her. But no, so you got the Gorgeous Fest banner coming up. I believe that's supposed to drop on 9/22, which is September 22nd. And then we also have that Fiercest Overlord Festival for Formal Valve and Formal Artina on September 29th. Now, please be aware that that banner lasts until October 12th, so there will be quite a bit of time for you to potentially get some extra quartz to finish pulling on that banner into October. Whereas the Gorgeous Fest banner only lasts for 3 days until the September 25th, just like all the other Gorgeous Fest banners have been. So keep that in mind. I wish you all good luck in your future pulls, and happy grinding. Thanks all. Alright, now let's see.